Hey guys, what is up? Sam or Scorpio here, bringing you guys another ZombCasts episode. And yeah, we're back at it again. It's been a while. We're talking about World War II DLC4. We've had a bunch of intel, kind of leaks, kind of not leaked. It's weird. We'll explain why in a minute.
I make that clear. It's not leaked. They posted it.
Accidentally released.
Yes.
Yeah. And yeah, we're here with my usual guest. I'm Punk.
Of course, me. You know,
and my boy Slaughter. And
the one that carries the team.
Of course, with that brilliant Aussie internet just carrying the squad here. So yeah, I'll briefly get into what happened here. Basically, a blog post was posted by Sledgehammer earlier today, being Friday, at the time of recording, and it gave a bunch of details on World War II DLC4 Zombies map called the Frozen Dawn.
Yeah.
The Frozen Dawn?
The Frozen Dawn, yeah.
Yeah, the Frozen Dawn,
which is
in the map pack called the
Shadow
War map pack. And yeah, it sounds really cool. We've got a whole bunch of details and we're going to kind of discuss and give our opinions on it here. This seems to have been an accident because the blog post has since been removed. So God knows what's going on. We still don't have a release date, but we're going to speculate on a bunch of stuff. So I guess, how do you want to do this? I guess let's first go through the kind of intel details we have here.
You want to read the intro? I'll read new enemies. We'll go through it that way.
Alright, yeah. Alright, we'll go through each bit and then we'll kind of discuss our opinions on each chunk of it, and then we'll do some release date speculation and...
Yeah, perfect.
Well,
yeah.
Before we speculate about that, Smart Guy seems to think, like, I forgot what the date was, but he seems to think he knows what the date is.
No, we'll talk about all that. I got all the details.
Alright, so first up with the synopsis, I'm going to kind of summarize here because it's pretty long. Basically, the crew can't catch a break, their Zeppelins crashed, and they are isolated in the Antarctic amongst the wreckage from their ships, where they must fight off the waves of the dead. They have decided to confront the source of the undead and descend into the lost city of Thule, an underworld maze filled with frozen subterranean tunnels and candlelit chambers. Olivia and co. wind deeper underground, further from Rideau and their allies. The battle endlessness undead, uncover well-concealed Easter eggs, and become acquainted with the most maddening, twisted, multi-level Nazi zombies level ever.
They've said that every DLC.
No, but this is... I really, really want to pause there for a quick second. Become acquainted with the most maddening, twisted, and multi-level Nazi zombies map ever. I'm thinking like Toon style, like level. You go floors up and down, and I think that will be super cool because they're going to the lost city of Thule. So I can imagine it to be like an underground built-in city, you know?
Well, I'm kind of honestly expecting this to be not exactly like it, obviously, but their version of the Atlantis map that has been asked for a long time.
Yes,
I think this is going to be.
I'm feeling. I'm getting that vibe.
I think this is that. This is the Atlantis.
What do you think, Slaughter?
map.
Have you seen the picture, right? You got the picture up?
Yeah, I do. And honestly, it just looks fucking turned.
Turned?
I have no.
Yeah,
is that good or bad?
That's Australian slang. That's Australian slang. Never mind.
For good.
It looks turned. So it just looks like it looks good, but it just looks like messed up. Yeah.
Oh, okay. I get it. Yeah. All right. You want to continue, Sam? Finish that up.
Well, that's the end of the. I think that's all the important bits in the synopsis. We talk about here about how there's new weapon upgrades, consumables, and that's about it in the conclusion to World War II's DLC saga. So, generally in terms of the plotline idea here, what do you think as far as a conclusion goes? Because my issue here, right, is I'm seeing what they're talking about for a story, but I don't see how this is the end. You know what I mean? I don't feel like we've built to this up as the end in, you know, the past maps and what we're hearing here.
I agree. I felt like there's like an overarching story, but the story doesn't really... kind of story in the first place. This and that, and throw things at you that are complete little sections, and then you're just kind of like, okay, now what are you going to throw at me that we're going to finish in one map?
Yeah,
like everything they give you, they finish in the same map normally.
Well, think about it this way: like DLC3 of BO3 we were introduced to Monty. We had his first introduction. He started talking to the characters for the first time, and it kind of introduced him as a character going into that final DLC. Here, an ending of Torture Path, didn't feel where it was going.
Yeah.
It gave me no sense of direction. Apparently, for some reason, like Geistcraft energy was coming off the... I can't remember what the word was, the tombs that we were in.
Yeah.
So, I'm not sure what that's kind of meant to be.
I really think, I'm pretty confident that Barbaros is going to be in the city of Thule. It makes sense to their lore. So, of course, I think we're really going to end up doing something to where we're trying to get to him. I think our goal, they're kind of keeping it low-key, I think. But I think our goal is ultimately to get to him and make sure he doesn't get revived, which, of course, he will get revived. We'll fight him. We'll kill him. It's going to be great.
So do you think there's going to be kind of two... Do you think there's going to be kind of two bosses to this? Our boss and our super boss?
I do. What do you think, Slaughter?
Honestly, storyline to me, World War II, I've never gotten the storyline, and then
about the bosses, what do you think? You think there's gonna be one or two like IW, like one main map boss, and then there's another one after it, like a super again?
Yeah, it's the last DLC, and I feel like they have been hinting at like a super sort of Easter egg since the start, haven't they?
Yeah.
Or like then I think there could be two bosses, like maybe a small boss fight, and then the same as the IW. If you've like maybe completed all the Easter eggs or some shit, just get a bigger boss.
Yeah, if you complete the story, okay.
Well,
that makes sense.
I was thinking in terms of story, actually, that I think would be really cool. That I can see coming. All right, prepare for spoilers for Infinity War here. Is anyone? Yeah.
No, just go for it. I think we've all done that.
Yeah. All right. Imagine if they went for like a proper Infinity War ending. The characters just straight up get killed off.
And Thanos comes through.
Thanos comes in, all Fortnite glove in hand, and just smashes the game in half.
Smash!
Does a big smash. The disc just comes out the drive in half, and half of it's just gone. Half of the
World War II.
Half of the
game is gone. Half the DLC just doesn't exist anymore. Because DLC 1 and 3 or DLC 2 and 3 really aren't that, or 1 and 3 really aren't that relevant to the story.
Oh yeah.
But anyways,
well, there was one particular bit of wording here actually that I wanted to look at that did interest me. So like, obviously, Final Reich is very much Marie's map.
Yeah,
yeah.
My favorite map.
Darkest Shore is kind of Drosten's map.
Definitely Drosten's map.
Yeah, Shadow Throne wasn't really anyone's.
No, it was definitely Jefferson. He was the main character because of the fact he just became general. They focused it around him.
I thought it was that I really would have assigned him more to the Torture Path actually, because he got far more development.
Oh no, that's what I meant. Torture Path, not the Shadow Throne. Sorry.
Yeah, Shadow Throne was kind of nobody's map. Shadow Throne,
that was Straub's map.
Yeah, it was kind of Straub's map, but also it was the first time they'd begun to bring these secret characters as being really in the story.
Yeah.
Because like one thing I found out actually that I didn't know about, you see the guy you talk to on the radio, the Russian guy. That's the Mountaineer. And obviously we see the smuggler in the map, so it was the kind of first time they were brought into the story. So that was kind of the side characters map. The wording in this says Olivia and Co, which is kind of indicating to me she's going to play a very critical role in this map. I'm wondering...
Olivia's dad is Barbarossa, confirmed. I guarantee 100% not clickbait.
Of course. Makes sense. I think Olivia's going to die.
I agree.
I think Olivia's going to die.
I actually do know... wait. Who was the voice actor? Was it the voice actor for Olivia? Yeah, voice actor for Olivia. She dies. She dies.
Oh yeah, there was we heard like things of her like there was audio recording where she was like screaming.
Yeah, she said it's finally wrapped up, and she was screaming through a machine. Is what it was. She gets crunched in a machine somehow.
Yeah, that's what it was kind of sounding like. Because the thing was as well, like, I don't think you can necessarily look at like that because like these are very, you know what I mean. This story will be written in a fair amount of advance. These are very busy actors. They're not all going to be going in to record at the same time. They're going to be kind of mixing it up.
Yeah, but I feel like she was already done. She said she was done, so that would assume that she would close to her end of her story.
Well, I mean, it's DLC4. It's the end of all of their stories.
She could just be like, it's done, like, because the game's over.
No, that's what I mean. So we'd assume that the last thing she posts was her getting crunched in a machine, saying it's something about a machine, like literally devouring her is what it sounded like /
Yeah.
looked like from what I remember.
It's
And that was when she said DLC done, or it's done, or we're done, or whatever. And we didn't see that in DLC3, so it's clearly got to be from DLC4 because we haven't seen it yet. So we can wildly assume she's going to die.
Do you think the secret characters will continue to play a big role, or do you think they're going to be kind of out of it
Minuscule, but
I feel like they're pretty much
see
gone
them, but
now,
they're pretty much, they're like, you can play as them, obviously.
You've
but
got to focus on your main crew.
Yeah.
I hope we get a very cool set of secret characters for this map, because I think, for the finale, we need it.
I really do hope so, too.
So it needs to be
you want
special.
to move on to new enemies?
Yeah, new enemies. This is particularly
Sure.
interesting. So we have a new enemy in the Lost City of Thought called the Void Sizzler. Voidlers. Copyright on
Voidless
Punk.
is what we're calling them. Copyright on Punk 2018.
And what these do, these are described as multi-spiked enemies, which I assume refers to the spikes of the Geist bolts that came from the blimp in Shattered Throne.
I think they're going to be more like the spikes from Descent zombies that shoot spikes out.
Alright. So these are these things run at the speed of normal OG Sizzlers, but they will instead attack the normal zombies first, and as they kill zombies they will get stronger, so harder for you to kill, so you kind of have to focus your attention onto this zombie to get it nice and dead out of the way very quickly. So yeah, what do you think?
Note that it says the voids tear down every zombie in the horde until it's just you and him. At this point, he'll be nearly bulletproof.
So basically what they're saying is you've got to get him out nice and quick.
You gotta get him out of the way first or you're fucked.
Kill him early, otherwise it's game over.
Yeah. I'm not excited at all. I have the only thing that I'm excited about is the possibility of it being a royal colored zombie, like a royal purple colored zombie. That would be so cool to see that again, because I love the color purple. You never see that in a zombie. I would love to see that, because Void I think of purple.
Okay.
I think that'd be great, but it's going to be terrible. It's going to be so OP, and it's going to be broken as hell at first.
It doesn't sound good gameplay-wise, because the thing I didn't like about the Sizzlers was the way they just completely fucked up your trains. They fucked up the... I mean, it depends. Is this going to be a special zombie who spawns every couple of waves, or are we going to be spammed with these about 5 to 10 a wave?
I don't think we're going to need that many. I think we'll get one every wave or one every couple of waves after a certain level.
Yeah, okay.
The only thing that concerns me, I don't give a shit about the training. I can kill a Sizzler pretty quick. I don't like the unlimited speed, though, that they can continue to run and smack you down too quick. What? Especially if one gets bulletproof, then you can't even. Once he's bulletproof,
what are you meant to do? You're dead. It's game over.
He's like a juggernaut, just running after you and just starts smacking you until you're dead. Like, there's nothing you can do.
It's game over. There's nothing to be done.
Yeah, unless there's some other weapon that specifically can be used against him, which I assume they would put a countermeasure in there. That would be the only possible way that I feel like they would put a weapon or an enemy of this type.
Speaking of which, wonder weapons. What do we think?
What do you think, Slaughter?
Honestly, are we still talking about the zombie? Because I'm not keen for that motherfucker.
You just don't. No, we're talking about wonder weapon.
Any expectations?
What do you think we're gonna get? What type of wonder weapon do you think we'll get with DLC4?
Okay, so honestly, I feel like we'll get a mixture of every single wonder weapon that was in the game, so far.
I think they're all good. I think they're all going to return. Honestly, I think they will all return.
Well, of course they're all going to return. They've returned to every map now. You get a Tesla gun in every single map. You can get the Ripsaw.
The only one that hasn't actually has been the Blunderbuss.
Yeah, but that's because
that was shit anyway. Yeah. Sword of Barbarossa.
I think we'll get that during the Easter egg, and it'll be required to defeat the boss.
It doesn't make sense though, logically, seriously, the first 3 DLCs. No, first 3 maps. Sorry, we went and got those parts. Then for some reason in Tortured Path we had to go and get them back again to assemble it.
There was logic behind all that. I can't recall it all, but there was a logic to it.
Now it doesn't make sense, for us to now go and have to reassemble it again.
Basically lost. They were getting overrun by those undead zombies, so they hid it in a cabinet, and then they were being overrun by the undead zombies, so they
had to go find
locked it in a box. Then for the second map, and the third map. It was where
flares,
was that
then
part?
Wasn't it in a plane and it got dropped in?
No, it was due to the flares or something like that.
Yeah,
isn't it?
isn't it? You throw the flares, you signal the plane.
Yeah. Something along those lines.
Yeah, okay,
you had to signal it to get it there.
I don't think it would be a good idea if we assemble the sword again. I mean, that would be a bit...
I don't think we're going to assemble it again. I think we're going to acquire it. We're going to be able to get it just out of a box. So it's going to be done ready to go for us, waiting for us at a certain point of the Easter egg.
Right.
And I think it's going to be the weakness to Barbarossa.
I mean, yeah, that would make sense if his own sword was his weakness.
Yeah.
Then again, maybe he'll take the sword and that'll be his weapon.
That could be too.
Because it was his sword, so it does make sense for it to be his.
I'll get us started on the next section. So upgraded weapons. It says the fast-paced nature of Nazi zombie missions usually lends itself to run, gun, and playstyles, with SMGs, assault rifles basically being the favorites, especially for the new people. The Thulian city contains plenty of sight lines between floors and chambers, leaving ample opportunities to mow down the undead from a distance. So General Rideau, adding fuel to the fight by giving all LMGs the Uberspregen, which is the Pack-a-Punch treatment, starting September 4th at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. Every LMG will get its own unique upgrade. Simply find your LMGs in the wallbind stations and discover all the different flesh-ripping features you can use.
This is weird.
And for those still in doubt about running around in Nazi zombies with an LMG, see how well a Void Sizzler takes heavy fire and get back to us.
Okay, so firstly, it sounds like LMGs might be that counter weapon. Secondly, it's weird to put so much focus on one weapon category.
Yeah.
And third, there has never really been any doubt they've been kind of very good from the start in this game.
Well, what I think they're saying is they want to... Everyone does go with an LMG or an SMG. I typically go with an SMG every single game. I don't go and buy a wall buy of an LMG. That doesn't ever seem priority. They want you to try other things. And I feel like they are good weapons, but they're slow, they're this, they're that. They're not versatile on the maps, because the maps are very close quarters most of the time.
Well,
you need a quick gun.
Very interesting thing in here, wall buy stations. So does that mean the random wall buy things are coming back?
Yes.
No. Please no.
I really hope so. That was my favorite feature.
I think I'd be okay with it as long as there's like a normal way to get jacked. So I didn't like that way to get jacked.
Oh, yeah. I hope there's still a mystery box.
Yeah.
I hope there's the random wall buys with addition to the mystery box. So
yeah, which just has everything.
Or you can buy a guaranteed
And
weapon.
the mystery box should just have everything thrown in. It should have all those weapons, but it should also have all the wonder weapons from every DLC.
Oh, I hope so. That would be great.
Just throw it into the box. Just
like if you put the survival maps and the TST Tortured Path all together.
Yeah, just throw it all together.
Yeah. What's interesting to note here is the fact that it says starting at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, September 4th, for this new LMG upgrade treatment. Doesn't say it's going to end, so we can wildly assume it's not, that it's going to be a permanent thing.
Well, I mean, this is pretty much the end of the game cycle. So
exactly,
I mean,
so we don't assume that it's going to go away.
So
what I think that's saying is there's a couple things that could be thought of that. That means the DLC comes out September 4th. There's some logic behind that. The fact that
it wouldn't make sense based on the fact they're establishing a clear link here between the DLC and the use of the LMGs in it. It doesn't then make sense to drop this big LMG update, which is important to the DLC.
A week later.
But
that also doesn't surprise us because of the fact that they do that a lot with a lot of things. The characters, secret characters for this first DLC,
I wouldn't say that's different though.
They got pushed back. What if they just decided to add this LMG feature in a month ago, but they've been working on the DLC for the last 6? They obviously need more time to make sure it's correct, so they took an extra week. Or maybe they know it's going to be fairly decent upgrade to make the map easier, but they want the first week to be harder.
We don't know how powerful. I mean, imagine if there was an LMG like the MG08 became like the Roby Rollers in the 1911. You can just spam it. And just...
Or like the Mauler and give you towers, and that would be so great.
Oh yeah, I want that.
If we got a Mauler like
to World War II.
So the last section we have here is about new consumables we have. So firstly, we have power armor, a long static bubble shield on final bullet. Now, this seems very weird to add in now, and it kind of seems too little too late.
Talk about
because
the one that rewinds bullets.
Yeah, well, no. Sorry, I missed that one. Alright, Ghostfield rewinds bullets. What do you think that means?
The bullets can rewind.
Like you shoot them through zombies, and then you can pull them, rewind them back into your gun for like up to 10 seconds. So you shoot everything, then it rewinds your gun and reloads it, but you killed the zombies still.
So from that, can we? I mean, based on the fact that we haven't had any consumables like that in World War II at all,
or do you think anything at all?
Do you think
nothing similar to this?
Do you think that might mean that's going to be a new drop that's maybe coming?
No.
I know it seems weird to put completely change the way consumables are working at this point and start putting in cool abilities like that.
But it does also say we let double jointed to kills and nukes, and it specifically references the 3 names. I think that it says find them in zombie supply drops and equip them to make the most out of your loadout. So those are not going to be drops in game.
No, I'm saying because
it's
all the consumables do really in this game is they activate a power up for most of them. Well, besides the skeleton keys and stuff as well.
Skeleton keys, mystery box keys.
But I mean, none of them have these abilities. Fate and fortune cards, Gobblegums have these abilities. Yeah,
true.
None of them are really abilities. They just save you money or give you a drop, pretty much.
True.
So I think that's a new drop. We also have power armor, long stack, bubble shield. Yeah.
On final bullet.
Can I ask what the hell's a blunderbuss again?
It's the big, old-fashioned shotgun thing.
Shotgun. It's a pirate shotgun, basically.
Okay.
All right. Yeah. So I think that's just gonna kind of create a shield.
Long static bubble bullet on final bullet makes sense. It gives you. I assume it's going to be a red energy. Like the energy we've seen, the Geistcraft we've seen before.
So maybe
like a red bubble that's going to sphere around you that's going to allow you to take 1 or 2 hits, or maybe 3 hits before it's destroyed. And it's when you
random special
laser rounds we got here.
Oh, we'll talk that in a second.
Short bubble shield on reload seems like it would just be the same thing, but when you reload.
It's short, and it's for like a second. Maybe these are temporary effects. They give you invincibility. A long static bubble shield that gives you invincibility for 10 seconds. And then if you use the random special, it gives you a short bubble shield on reload for like 2-3 seconds or something like that.
We also have here a Delisle guarantee. What the laser rounds are slaughter is because when you fire the Delisle sniper rifle, it Pack-a-Punched, yeah, it gives off this whole weird laser thing that kills a bunch of zombies. It's insanely, it was anyway, insanely OP. It's
still pretty OP.
Yeah, using just that, I got Grossenhash round 50, 2-player, in about just over 2 hours.
Really?
Which is insane, yeah.
Yeah, camping, not even having to move about. Literally just me and Dan and taking turns shooting that thing down. Boom, 2 hours round 50.
Yeah.
Shit.
And also a blunderbuss guarantee.
It says it grants the Delisle sniper rifle from the mystery box. So we know the mystery box is back.
The issue...
And it says, comes equipped with laser rounds that pierce all targets. Does that mean that it's going to be pack-a-punched, or just have the laser rounds, but it's unpack-a-punched?
Oh, that's true, maybe. I don't know, I feel like it's probably just a stupid miswording here. I feel like it's probably just going to be an upgraded
version of it. I feel like it's probably just literally an upgraded version. It's like a box pack guarantee.
I'm personally feeling...
It's like a crate power, basically.
Yeah, crate power, basically.
I'm feeling like these additions are too little too late. Because, yes, I mean, it's cool, it's really good, and I'm happy with it, that we're getting more consumables. But it's very late to be finally adding new consumables.
I feel like that's perfect timing because if you had these in other maps, I could see how ridiculously overpowered everything would be.
I mean,
Delisle's guarantee would make you soar through any other Easter egg fight.
I mean,
the blunderbuss is fairly decent. The armor, long static bubble against any boss. But you throw that on and you get hit by anything, you're just invincible.
Thing is, we're barely gonna get any of these at this point. We're just gonna get what we get playing DLC4, and that's it.
That's about it. Yeah, it's true.
All right.
Okay.
I think that's pretty much all we have here. Actually, for some reason, there's a weird reminder weapon kits exist. I've got no clue why they threw that in.
Oh, here, listen. I'll read that off real quick. So it says, it's basically talking about weapon build kit section. Don't just rely on the standard build, every weapon, blah, blah, blah. Add crucial attachments from multiplayer, like extended mags, high caliber, quick draw to your favorite weapon. And the same variant that same variant and its custom attachments will be waiting in its wall by station in your very next map.
Yeah, it's basically just reminds you of
for
weapon
example,
kits exist.
if you build a weapon with the epic Brandy Grease Gun SMG, a weapon that's relatively easy to find in most maps, add extended mags, advanced rifling, full metal jacket, and fast fire as attachments. The next time you grab the Brandy, its stats will be buffed about nearly 50%.
It's basically just reminds you of weapon kits exist.
But it just seems weird. And
Yeah,
it also says that
it's
there's
a really
exclusive
random reminder.
specific variants that are going to be able to do
new
extra
variants
things.
coming with with zombie perks and stuff.
No, Thrive and Siberian and Roundabout, these are all old.
Oh, is it ones which are just getting zombie perks? No.
There are even more hiding out in the weapon.
It's literally just reminding you that some variants have weapon. But the only other bit that I thought was worth pointing out here is survival-based undead adventure. Frozen Dawn is guaranteed to be a grind from Wave 0 to boss. Wave 0, that was what the Beach Rush was.
Oh.
Maybe we're getting something like that coming back.
Maybe we're having to do a task before the map actually starts. We have to move to a certain location, go or run or do some kind of thing. Like we're from the crash ship, we have to run a certain
I was also thinking the way it says Wave 0 to boss, maybe the round-based bosses is coming back. You know, like from Tortured Path or Exo Zombies, I feel like that's going to be
No, I don't think that. What I'm thinking is more like Wave 0 to boss means that once you complete the boss, the game's over. You cannot continue. Like every other map.
Okay, so yeah, Jesus Christ, 27 minutes. What an episode.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Alright, guys.
We got very deep into the World War II.
I have been messaging the chat.
Yes, I saw. Yeah. I've been kind of. I just wanted to get through all the information for you guys. I know it's a long episode. My episodes keep ending up super long. Apparently, it's the way it is at this point. I hope you guys have enjoyed it. If you have, make sure to leave a like down below to show your support for ZombCasts. Slaughter and Unpoint, both of their episodes out right now on completely different topics, so make sure to go and check them out. A lot of interesting discussion going on there on both BO4 and a bit of personal stuff. And yeah, make sure to subscribe to all 3 channels, and we'll see you in one ZombCast. Bye.
Peace.
Oh my Jesus.